Good evening, everyone. As introduced, my name is Nafiname Hamukoshi, and I am proudly representing so many civil society organizations as well as the University of Namibia. So, first and foremost, I want to express my gratitude to Dr. Kasera for the insightful presentation. His discussion on youth unemployment and its impact on the social contract was particularly noteworthy. We as a nation, in particular, civil organizations, have been doing so much to meet government halfway. And I would agree, I couldn't agree less with Dr. Kasera that there is an infringement on the social contract. So, firstly, I would like to say the reason why there is an infringement on the social contract is because of the high levels of poverty in Namibia. And it seems like the social protections that are put in place are not really effective. And this is because in as much as people are not well equipped with information with regards to civic education, and that is why the youth is not really taking up the space and to make decisions which will also better the country at large. So when we look at the civic education programs, they only happen at specific schools, most especially in Windhoek. And when you go to rural areas like in the northern part of Namibia, you see that the youth there is not even interested in whatever is going on in the country because they are not well equipped and they do not understand the notion of civic education. And today we attended an interface between the parliamentarians and civil society, whereby one of the panelists that was there spoke that they need to provide computers that are waterproof. You can clearly see that also our leaders lack civic education, most of them. And I think they also need to be educated in terms of civic education. Now, they speak of things like, no, we are not doing anything. But then when it comes to transparency, they do not actually go out there and really, go out there and make the information available, accessible, and also comprehensive. Because you cannot go in the northern part. I am from Hawena region, so I can testify, and go there and speak, excuse me, English, and you are like, no, we have to do this. We have to eradicate poverty. What does eradication mean? You need to use a language that is understandable not only to those people, but a language in which they can comprehend well. An example is Oshikanyama, since most of the people that are in Hawena region speak Oshikanyama. So that's a starting point already. But when you look at this, they are going there in the communities, they're talking about social protection policies. Who understands social protection policies when you're not even explaining Oshiwabo? How do you expect me to understand? And then we also look at extractive companies in Namibia. They come here with all these promises. They tell us this and this, 1,000 jobs. Like the executive director of the National Youth Council has spoken. We are going to create 1,000 jobs for you, and what's so low. This is a song that has been on repeat. But have they actually done what they've been saying, what they've been manifesting? Instead of us coming up with policies that really speak on these issues, that no, whatever extractive company comes in Namibia, they should first fulfill their mandate or their manifesto of creating jobs, building schools, whatsoever promises they made, so that they are allowed to actually go in the mining industry and start to extract our resources. And then I wanted to ask a question to the labor expert in the house, Mr. Mia. How do we know these policies are good if they've not been implemented? It doesn't mean if it's good on paper, then it's good in practice. And I think with the issue of the social protection policies that are being implemented, they are being implemented on the basis of our leaders. When you look at this, it's a theme of, when you come from poverty and you get into a job market, it's something that is entrenched in your mind. When you come from a place of poverty, you don't think about anyone else. You're like, you know what? I work my way up, they should also work their way up. And you do not care about, well, that's why we have the fish scandal, Bernard Esau to be specific. They didn't think about anyone, they were just eating the corrupt, they were just eating the money, they were eating the fish, they were sending out resources, everything. It's because the grassroots level, there was something wrong there. And they needed civic education, or they needed to be educated so that they are able to make decisions that actually go in line or align with what the country is currently facing. Because you can't want to tell me that you can pass a bill on same-sex marriage, but you can't pass a bill to eradicate poverty. And it doesn't make sense. And also, when we're talking about accessibility, how do you expect the youth to access all these National Youth Council, National Youth Service programs when they are not educated, when they do not have the resources? And in my introduction, I was introduced as coming from the basic income grant, and I believe that a universal basic income grant can be the starting point of the government. And we are not anti-government, we are patriotic youth who want to change the future of our country. Thank you so much.